Show on the road. All right, welcome to our regeneration class. I'm Coach Clint, and today we will be going over some nice stretches to just get you up, get you recharged for the rest of your day. Nothing right now is going to be super high intensity, so really the only thing you might need is some water just to stay hydrated and help our muscles loosen up, and maybe a mat if you want one. Unfortunately, my mat is still outside soaking wet because it's raining out there in that beautiful, serene background, which is real. It is real, I promise. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go with our acronym of the day. Now, I apologize. I did not get to your guys' picture today, but I did get your acronym today. So your acronym today is start new. Okay, start new. And you got to zoom in so you guys can see it. That's nutrition or new start, not start new. New start. Nutrition, exercise, and water is the new. And then start is sunlight, temperance, air, rest, and trust. So nutrition, exercise, and water, those are kind of your main staples, right? We need those. That's why we do classes. That's why we drink water. That's why we're up and we're moving. So that's good. But with that, you still need sunlight. So if you can't get it outside and you start feeling depressed, you can go sun lamps. You can take vitamin D, stuff like that. That'll help. Temperance, try to keep your temper in control. Try to stay nice, even keeled with headspace. In any type of guided meditation can help with that. Air, fresh air is key. Even when it gets cold outside, try to get outside and go for walks, or even just go outside and stand with the dog as they go in the backyard and play. Rest, obviously sleep is important. You guys have Sleepio, you have other guided apps for sleep training. Use those because rest is really what resets everything. And then trust that everything, regardless of what's going on, is going to be okay, right? Together we are stronger. So if you need anything, please let me know. You can always reach me at clintx.carlson@intel. If you want to look into some of this stuff a little further, I'm here for you. You can always message me on Teams or email. And then our joke of the day. How do you know it is going to be a good Halloween? How do you know it is going to be a good Halloween? I don't know. I'm not sure. But we'll answer that question at the end of class. So again, I'm going to be barefoot. But if you would like to leave your shoes on, that's fine. I just like doing my recovery class barefoot. Helps me still stay grounded. So let's go ahead and widen our feet out to about shoulder width. Okay, so I'm going to bring mine in. I'm at that shoulder width position. We're going to go ahead and do a nice squat down. So I'm going to squat down, push my hips back, come down into a squat position. Okay, now if you're not as low as me, that's not okay. That is okay. Go ahead and just come down to where you're comfortable, and then we're going to glue our hands to the ground, drive our hips up. Okay, now my hips are high. I'm stretching those hamstrings. I'm going to leave my left hand attached to the floor, and I'm going to rotate up towards the sky with my right hand. Good. I'm going to switch to the other side. Now, a lot of today's movements are going to have rotation in it somewhere. Okay, go ahead and pull yourself back down into that squat. Okay, a lot of our movements are going to have rotation. Getting our T-spine loosened up is a big injury preventer. Go ahead and drive those hips back up. Glue your left hand. Rotate up towards the sky. Now that goes for if you're really active, doing sports, going out running, anything like that. Switch the other side. Okay, or if you have a pretty sedentary life, stretching through the T-spine helps everything else kind of fall in line, right? Everything's attached. Back to center, pull down one more time. Deep squat. Good, drive those hips up, rotate one on each side, reach up. Now notice I'm looking where that hand is going. Switch to the other side. Bring it down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our glute and we're going to roll up nice and slow. Now with the heater going, it warms up pretty quick once you're moving. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and go single RDL, single leg RDL to knee drive. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead, quarter squat down on my left leg. I'm going to reach my foot back. Promise I'm not going to touch that heater. Reach my foot back, nice and controlled, reaching down, making myself as long as I can from the top of my head to my heel. Then I'm going to come up, try not to touch my foot to the ground, bring it into a hip flexed position. Good, kick that leg back. Same thing, same side, reach back. Now you can use those hands as support if you would like. You can grab the table, chair, something around you. In my case, I can grab the window behind me, come up if I need to. Hip flex position. Let's do one more on this side and then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, down, reach back. And I know my standing joke is do not, whatever you do, you can use anything you want. Even a rolly chair is more safe than using a kid or a dog. They always take off, come up. I did it with Lucas. It's been a while and I've never forgiven him for it. Set it down. My 7-year-old, I put my hand on top of his head to balance during one of the classes. He ran away. Phew, I lost my balance. Almost lost him. Go ahead and reach back. Good, come up. Now, if that feels really easy to you, okay, then to make it a little more challenging, what you can do is as you come out and extend that leg behind you and come into that single leg position, you can reach those arms straight up over your head. And then as you come up, pull them down to your sides, bring that knee up. Good, one more, out. And bring it up. Whoa. See, it just changes your balance a little bit. And relax it down. Good. Let's go low lateral lunges. Low lateral lunges. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to widen out my feet. Okay. I'm going to go not quite full lateral lunge position here because obviously I need to adjust it if it's not wide enough. So I'm just going to widen out. I'm using my abductors to keep things in tight. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and push my hips back. I'm going to come into this lateral lunge position. Then I'm going to stay nice and low. Shift to the other side. Good. Stay low. Shift across. Good. Stay low. Shift across. One more each side. Low. Last one. And come up. Good. So why we're doing this right now, we're getting our blood pumping just a little bit. Okay, this is the movement piece. And then we'll go into the stretchy stuff. And yes, I had to take my socks off because on this floor, socks are slick. And that was a lot for me. All right, let's go down. Plank position. Okay. Now remember, this is a one-way camera. So just like that. Okay. I can't see myself. I can, but I can't see myself. So if I was you and my foot was sliding, if you need to reassess, please do so. So we're just hanging in a plank here. So just remember, I cannot see you. So if something doesn't feel quite right, you can look up here and make sure it looks kind of similar to what I'm doing. If it still doesn't feel right, okay, we can switch it out. Okay, just find another movement you like, or you can always put it in the chat and I can see it and I can try to give you some adjustments. Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Plank rotation. Rotate my feet to the side, reach up to the sky. Hold. Okay, notice my feet, my top foot is in front of my bottom foot. I'm reaching up to the sky. Good. Switch to the other side. Reach up. Got one more on each side. I get to look outside the pretty leaves. Switch. We got one more here. Switch again. Don't tip my water over. I need that. Back to center. Holding that plank for just a second. Go ahead. Bring your knees down to the ground. All right. So this next one we only do once. It's a neural activation. Just get your heart rate up just slightly. Get that brain body connection going. Okay. So what we're going to do, up on our feet. first go, I'm going to have you drop into a base position, slight bend in the knees, hips back, chest up. Okay. Next one, we're going to shift weight side to side. So I'm going to go boom, boom. Okay. You can do the little skater hop, or you can just go side to side, however you want, going from one foot to the other. Okay. Here we go. All the way up. Go, go. You can go side to side. You can go fast. You can go a little slower. Up to you. Find your balance. Stabilize. Good. 2, 1, and breathe. Good. Now going into our first big stretch. So we have 2 ways to get into this one. You can go ahead, go into a reverse lunge, okay, and let this front knee kind of turn to the side and then slide that back leg back. So what I'll look like, pigeon pose, is like this, okay? This leg is in front. My back leg is back. I like to point my toe. Okay, if that's not how you want to get into it, you can go down dog, bring that leg up, sweep it forward into a pigeon pose. However you like to get into your pigeon pose, okay? No right or wrong way. Now, try to keep this leg in front, get it as far front as you can, and try to relax your hip down to the ground, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna bring my elbows down, and I want my right elbow up against my right knee. My right leg is in front. So I want my right elbow up against my right knee and my other arm just down and relaxed. Now this is the stretchy part, right? So we're gonna hold here for just a second. I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you're gonna try to relax your back hip down towards the ground, okay? You're gonna try to relax that leg and hip down to the ground. Good, leaving that right arm attached to your right knee. We're gonna open to the open side, okay? So we're gonna open to the open side, and I'm gonna reach up towards the sky. Okay, this is called the open side because I'm not turning into my hip. I'm turning away from my front hip. So I'm going left arm up, turning towards the left side, or you guys. Holding there. Getting nice and toasty by this fire right now. Good, close it down. Now, the hard one, okay? Leave your left arm attached, and all I want you to do is take your right hand, and I'm just gonna reach out behind me, so I'm reaching over here, and I'm gonna push into the floor and raise up my right shoulder. Now, if you're a little more flexible, and I've done this a lot, so I can get my arm up, but if you can't get your arm up, I just want you to raise it as much as you can, turning towards that closed side. Relax down. Good, let's switch sides. Go ahead and press up, sit up nice and tall, drive up into a plank position. Okay, now at this point, you can bring that other leg forward if you can. And if not, you can stand up, go to that lunge position and bring it all back into position. So now I'm going left elbow to left knee, trying to relax my hip down as much as I can comfortably. Remember, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth. Now the pigeon stretch, okay? Strider stretches, pigeon stretches. So like our world's greatest, a good lunge rotation, a pigeon stretch. These are all really good movements if you like to go out and run or with strength training, right? Because we're opening up those hips. Go ahead and rotate to the open side. So I'm going left elbow stays down, reaching up with the right hand. So these are great stretches to do for running. So we actually have a turkey trot coming in November, starting up pretty soon, along with Movember, so Men's Health Month. So we're going to be doing a lot of promotion to do good stretches for running, for fitness, stuff like that. As we add more classes, let's switch to the other side. Okay, so in this class, really important to get your stretches in, focus on things like this. We're really working on some of these really tight areas of the body. So this is obviously hip, tight hips, right? Go ahead and relax down. Hip flexors tight means that we inhibit our glutes. Go ahead and press up. If we inhibit our glutes, they get lazy, inactive, weak. Okay, weak glutes lead to weak back, which leads to weak core. Go ahead and press into a down dog. Stretch for a second. Loosen up those hamstrings. So we want to make sure that we are stretching things out so that things stay pretty well balanced in our body. So we do a lot of strength and mobility in this class. Go ahead and come back to a plank. Let your legs come down into a quad position. Let's go. Kick your right leg out to the side. Okay, we're going to do a T-spine with an abducted leg. So we're taking our leg out to the side. Toe is pointed forward. Okay, I'm in that quad position. I'm going to go ahead and sit back. Okay, so I'm basically sitting on this back leg. Hands come down. Now, again, we just learned open and closed side. We're going to go to the open side. Open side. I'm going to tuck under. I'm going to reach up towards the sky. And I always look where that hand is going. Reach under. Again, T-spine here with stretching some of this leg. Reach up. Good. Underneath. Reach up. Last one. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Good. Come back to that quad position. Sit up. Bring your right leg in. Left leg goes out. Sit on back. Now remember, I'm sitting back, so I can actually come right here. Right? My hip is back. Balance is back. And then I can go ahead and just bring those hands down to the ground. Reach under. Rotate up. Now, if one side feels a lot easier than the other, it's because that's pretty normal. Make sure that toe's pointed forward. Reach under. Pretty normal to have one side that's better than the other. That's why when we're doing this, we want to always try to hit that end range and just a breath past, no matter where it's at, because that helps us get better each time. Reach under. Last one. Reach up. And relax down. Let's go ahead and inchworm. Okay, so inchworm. I'm going to go ahead and push into a down dog position to start. So go ahead and plant your feet, drive up into that good down dog position. Again, stretching those shoulders, stretching those hamstrings. Let's alternate your feet a couple of times. Okay, now we're going to work shoulder stability along with some hip and glute and hamstring flexibility. We're going to go ahead and walk our hands back. So here's the shoulder part, right? Walk those hands back to your feet as close as you can, keeping those feet on the ground, legs as straight as possible. Don't stand up. Now you're going to walk it back out and do a plank position. Walk it out, plank position. Notice how everything today has some sort of core involved. Go ahead and drive it up. Walk those hands back. Evil coach. Lots of core today. Lots of mobility. Keep staying down. Inchworm doesn't come all the way up. We arch through, then we walk it back out. Good plank position. We got two more. Walk it back. Now, since we started doing this class, my hamstring mobility has gotten a lot better. Still not perfect, walk it out. But doing things like this inchworm helps. It makes it dynamic, but not ballistic. So you're not hurting yourself. Go ahead and drive it up. You're taking your time to stretch through. You're not just doing those bouncy stretches. They can actually damage tissues and make you actually tense up even more. We're doing it nice and controlled. Hold here in this forward fold. Slightly bend your knees. So I'm just dropping my butt slightly. Okay, slight bend in my knees. Okay, I'm going to bring my hands off the ground. Sit my chest up. Stand up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to repeat that movement right there. So go ahead and forward fold. We just have two of these. Forward fold. Down to the ground. Try to touch the ground. Try to relax down. Okay, again, just let gravity do it. Don't bounce yourself into it. Just try to hold. Let things loosen down. Nice deep breaths. Let it loosen down. Go ahead and bend those knees slightly. Hands come off the ground. Try to sit up as much as you can. You can put your arms up overhead. and stand up. Good job. All right, next one, reverse lunge with rotation. So I'm going to use my left leg first. So I'm going to reverse lunge. Now it's your choice if you want to take that back knee all the way to the ground, or if you want to hover. I'm going to take it to the ground today. I'm going to go palm, same leg that's down. So right leg down, right hand goes palm to the sky. I make myself as long as possible, like this knee is super glued to the floor and somebody's yanking me towards the sky. So I make myself as long as possible, palm up. Good. Go over the top, still staying as long as possible, but now the person's pulling you over this front knee, trying to rip you off the floor. Keep that knee attached to the ground, or hovering if you are, but just don't let it move. Come back to center. Take that arm, grab your own knee in the front, and rotate around. Now you can do an elbow drive if you want. You can do a long arm if you want. Pull yourself around. Another T-spine move. Back to center. Stand up. Switch legs. Now control yourself on the way down. Don't crash your knee into the ground. Okay? Now this knee's super glued. I reach up towards the sky. Or as my favorite movie, it's craggled to the ground, right? For those of you that watch Lego Movie. Drive yourself up nice and tall. Reach over the top. Reason I like that is because I know what crazy glue is, because when I was a kid, I loved those commercials and I wanted crazy glue so bad. And then my mom bought me some and I glued my fingers together. Back to center. Quick story. Reach down, rotate. Again, elbow drive or extend that arm, rotate around. Back to center, stand up. We got one more on each side. Come down. Switch to that first side again. Reach to the sky. Pull up as much as you can. Stretch everything out. Reach over the top. Back to center. Good. Hand down, rotate around. Look where that hand is going. Back to center, stand up, switch to the other side. Reach up. Make yourself as long as possible. So what I mean by that, right? I'm not shrunk down here. I'm reaching. I'm trying to press the ceiling away. I'm reaching up as high as I can. I'm pressing this elbow all the way through, driving the palm of my hand up, stretching through my side. Then as I reach over the top, I'm just taking that same motion and I'm just collapsing over the side just a little bit. Good stretch will make you just as sweaty as a strength class. Come back to center. Hand comes down. Good rotation here. Back to center and relax down. Good. All right, our last thing for today, we are going to do a dead bug bracing. Okay, so we're not doing a whole lot of movement in this next one. It's all about creating a solid piece between our most mobile joints. So working on this pillar is what we call it, right? So between my hips and my shoulders, I want this to be able to brace and take the loads of the day. Okay, so if that's rotational, if that's carrying heavy things, okay, I want this right here to be solid. It's what it controls my spine, keeps my spine in the right spot, keeps me healthy in my back. Okay, so those are super important things, especially if you're running, hiking, living a daily life. Having a healthy back is huge. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and come into a dead bug position. Now, if you don't know what a dead bug position is, I just come right here into my 90-90 position. You can relax your head down. I keep my head up just because it's easier for me to look over to you guys than be here, because that's kind of tweaky on my neck. Okay, now if you want, you could put a chair or something under your heels. I'm not as much worried about this piece today as I am keeping this rib attached down towards your hips. Okay, I don't want rib flare. See, I can puff my chest up, but that means I can slide my hand under my lumbar spine. I want to keep those ribs locked in place. Does not mean that my back is touching the ground. It just means that I'm keeping my core tight, it's taking the majority of this weight here. Okay, so go ahead and get into that dead bug position. And if you have, good job, because you're already working hard. Okay, so here we go. Locked in. That's it right there. Reach up to the sky. Dead bug position, 90-90. Okay, now if you thought that was it, you're wrong. What we're going to do, I want you to go ahead. You can take one of your hands down, put it on your belly button. Okay, right at your belly button. Take the other one, put it at your chest. Okay, now I'm going to take a deep breath in. And this one, I don't care how you do it. I just want you to fill up as much as you can. Okay, now I want you to push it out like you're blowing up a balloon as fast as you can, as hard as you can. Now feel where your core is right now. Feel where your chest is. That's where I want it. You just blew up a big party balloon. I want you to hold those muscles tight, just like that. Now breathe in, but don't let those muscles change, and push it out again. Okay, it's going to be a little shallower breath. Now I hold in that position. So I'm just using my hands to feel what my core and my ribs feel like. Those intercostal muscles in your ribs should have locked down. Your core should be tight. In, push it out. Now lock it in right there. Good. In, push it out. In, push it out. In, push it out. Keep that core tight. Good. Just breathe normal, but keep that core locked in. Keep things tight. And relax your legs down for 1 second. Go ahead and just relax them down. Okay. Now what I want you to do with this next one, we're going to go ahead and bring our knees up into that 90-90, both at the same time if you can. So what that looks like, and you just watch for a second, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brace. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and again, sink those ribs down. Now, if I need to, I can go and lock that core in. So I know that it's tight. Okay, then I'm going to bring both feet up at the same time. I'm going to do one breath. And I'm going to release and tap the floor. Again, if I need to, I can do one breath here. And then I can bring it up. Do one breath. We're going to do 5 of those in each position. Try to go with me, okay? Because I'm going to keep you on a cadence. I want you to be able to stay nice and slow. But if you need to go a little quicker, that's fine. Here, get yourself locked in. Locked in. I bring my knees up. In. Out. Now, just like before, keep those hands there if you want. As a reminder, now this is teaching us how to brace in a dead bug. In, out, bring it up. Dead bug, squat, all those things we need good bracing. In, out, let it down. Good. In, out, bring it up. Now, if you have back pain, if you have back problems, this is a good one to do. In, out. Good. You can even make it a single leg thing. So on this next one, watch, we can do single. In, out, bring one knee up. In, out, bring the other one up. Good. In, out, let them both down. And relax. Go ahead and extend out your legs. Now we're coming to the end of class here. Okay, only a few minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and read you guys your quote. I just want you to lay down on your back. This is our relaxing part. Lay down on your back, palms up to the sky. Just go ahead. And I want you to curl your toes. I want you to flex your calves. I want you to squeeze your glutes. I want you to squeeze your quads, core, arms, everything. I want you to lock everything up as tight as you can. Take one deep breath in. And then as you let it out, just let everything kind of melt into the floor. Keep your eyes closed for a second, just for a second. Now listen to our quote today. Your dreams do not have to have an expiration date. Take a deep breath and try again. Now, a lot of times these quotes just kind of pop up somewhere, and I grab them and I put them on because I feel if they pop up somewhere in my life, somebody needs to hear it. If it's not me, somebody out there is needing to hear it. So just remember, dreams don't ever expire on you. The only thing that expires is your want and your desire to get there. So don't let your dreams just die. Okay. Put the time, put the effort in. If it's important to you, it didn't expire. You can get there. Just try again. Okay. That's my tip today. Go ahead and start opening your eyes. I want to leave you with your joke before you guys have to take off. So, your joke today: how do you know when it's going to be a good Halloween? Well, you can just feel it in your bones. Go ahead and share that with at least one person today. Thanks everyone for being here. If I don't see you until next week, thank you so much for being here this week. Again, you can always reach out to me if you need it. clintx.carlson@intel if you want to chat goals, anything, really anything. I'd love to chat anytime. So reach out. Okay. Thank you again. Have a great weekend. Go out, stay safe, get some candy, enjoy yourself. And I will talk to you guys again next week, if not sooner. All right. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, hip flexors will definitely take over if you